Hey everyone, what's up? Well, in today's video, I got this Husqvarna Lawnmower in for repair. So, this has a Briggs & Stratton 175 Series EX engine, which is basically just a Quantum. And if we just go over here, let's see, where's the model number? Right here. Looks like it's HU75AWD. So the story with this machine is I got this from the store manager where I work, and he was basically saying that the machine had a lot of vibration, and one of the complaints is he would say the gas cap would often come loose. Now, I originally thought maybe the RPMs were set too high. However, if I just tilt this up, show you guys the underside. As you can see, look at this blade. See how worn out it is, especially down on that end. So yeah, and you can see it's really dirty under here. Not that would cause vibration, but they'll definitely cause the machine to rust eventually. So I am going to scrape this and clean it up. But I did buy a new blade for this, so that should hopefully fix the issue. So yeah. So what I'll do first is tilt the machine over, and we'll remove the blade and clean out the deck. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and remove this blade. Okay. Pull out. And as you can see just how worn out this thing is. Look at that. That's probably why this thing was vibrating so much. So yeah. So now the next thing I'll do is just go ahead and scrape this deck. Yeah, look at that. Look at all this.
Looks like I'll be here a while.
Alright, so check this out. All this came off of there. Is that not crazy or what? And I still got some more work to do. Especially in here, as you can see, there's a lot in here too. That's not good. I'm gonna have to clean that out too. So yeah.
And who needs to keep scraping when you have a blower?
Alright, so now I decided to go ahead and wash this deck because it was so disgusting. So I'm just spraying it down with some degreaser, and then I'm going to let it sit for a little bit, and then I'll come back in with the garden hose and just go ahead and rinse it all off. As you can see, you can just see all that nastiness just coming off of there. It was really filthy. But it definitely came out really good at the end though, so that's good. So I'm just making sure I get all that degreaser off of there, and then I'll go ahead and do the rest. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the mower. So basically I'm using the same method here. I'm just spraying everything down with some degreaser, and then I'll go ahead and rinse it off at the end. So is this part necessary? And the answer is nope, not at all. But I just figured I'd go ahead and do it anyway, since I always like to keep my equipment as clean as I possibly can. So yeah, and also too, I figured I'd just clean it up just to be nice. So yeah, I usually do this with all my mowers that I get in for repair. And basically, as you can see, I'm also going and cleaning the back as well, which is always a good idea. It's always good to keep your equipment nice and clean, just so they don't end up, you know, looking all disgusting and starting to rust, because if you leave excess grass on these mowers over time, they could start to rust. So now, as you can see, I got the garden hose here, and I'm just rinsing it off real good and making sure I get all that cleaner off. Alright, so now as you can see, I'm also doing the other side of the mower as well. So basically I'm going all around the machine and making sure I really get all this degreaser off and making it shine up. As you can see, it's really shiny now after doing that. So yeah, it's definitely well worth the effort in my opinion. Alright, so I'm now drying the machine off with my blower. Now this part is super important. You want to make sure that it is extremely dry before you start this. Do not start an engine while it's wet, because the cold water could actually crack the engine from the heat. So make sure it's 100% dry before you start it. So as you can see, I'm really just drying it off real good, because I do not want it to get too wet. Especially, you don't want the parts to rust if you leave the water on there too long. So just make sure it's really dry after you do this. Alright, so now it's all done being washed. As you can see, it looks almost like new again. Alright guys, so here we are about a day and a half later. I had to cut it short because we were going out to dinner. So yeah, so anyway, we're back, and if I go over here, as you can see, I got a new blade right here. So this is a Husqvarna crown cut, 22-inch, and looks like there's the part number for this blade. So I got this for $20 at a hardware store we have here in town. So yeah, so if I just compare it to the old blade, yeah, you can see the difference is pretty clear. So yeah, so that's junk. We don't need that anymore. So anyway, I'll get this opened up and we'll put it back on the lawnmower. All right, so I just got done scraping that sticker off the blade here, which I don't understand why companies feel the need to do that, but yeah, so anyway, I got it scraped off. So now I'm gonna go ahead and install our new blade. Like so. There we are. All right, grab the bolt. Now make sure the bolt has both washers in place. And just go ahead and, I like to hand start these, and then I'll tighten it up with the impact after, just so you don't cross thread. Okay, now I'll finish it off with my impact. Perfect. And that's the new blade installed. While I'm at it, I'll change the air filter. So I'm just gonna unscrew this, pull it out, and the air filter's in decent shape, but I'll go ahead and put a new one on firm anyway. Okay. Let's see here. There we go. Alright, grab the screwdriver. Just tighten that down. Okay, not too much torque. And now I'm not gonna change the spark plug on here, since he said he did do that recently, and that plug does look pretty new, so I'm not gonna bother with that. Actually, while I'm here, I'll just go ahead and reconnect it. Let's start it up, see how it sounds. Well, as you can hear, it runs much better now than it did. So that's all I got for today. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. Bye for now.